Okay, so I am 100% qualified to have the best Genshin Impact 100% definitive tier list because I have the most experience out of any person in the world. My opinion is 100% validated and I'm never wrong. So basically 3.0 is coming out in like a day and 12 hours or something from when I'm recording this, and I want to do a personal tier list on who I think is, or where I think people should be for the Genshin Impact meta for the time being before Dendro comes out. I think this will just be a nice baseline for right before 3.0 happens, and then maybe when, I don't know, 3.0 ends, then I could do another one of these, or I could do one right after 3.0 starts, after I've started testing Dendro, because I'll be immediately wailing for Klee, so I'll have Dendro right away probably, and yeah, that's it. But I want to do it a little differently. There's characters that I just don't want to talk about, obviously, so I'm gonna get them out of the way very quickly, so I'm gonna go through that right now. Alright, so I just wanted to get all these characters out of the way because I'll just talk about them all really quickly. They're pretty self-explanatory. Bottom tier is obvious. No uses. I don't want to be mean to them. I like a good amount of them, kinda, but they just have really no place anywhere, and I'm sad because I'd really like to use Amber, but she's not that good. D tier, they're usable, but my only problem with them is that it's way too niche. Chang'an could be raised higher because of Shenhe now, but it's nah. I don't think he's that good yet. Maybe if another crowd DPS that needs him comes in the future, he'll be good. But for now, I think he should be here. And then C tier, I think, is also very self-explanatory. Huki Shinobu, I haven't tried her, but from what I've seen, or everything that I've seen on her, she's not that bad for proccing elemental reactions. Ningguang, main DPS, it's whatever. Same thing with Noelle, she's a main DPS, it's like kind of whatever. Kaya is pretty good though. I think Kaya is like probably one of the best, or probably the best out of everyone I just slammed down in here. But yeah, now I'm gonna get into actual characters and who I'm gonna be doing. Alright, so I don't know why I just forgot it, but I forgot to put Toma in here. I just kind of glossed over him. My bad. He's trash. That's all. B tier. First I'm gonna put in Beidou. She's not bad. She's okay. She's cool, but I don't understand why people like her as much as, I don't know, they show they do. I don't think her tasers or whatever her ultimate is that great. I think it's pretty mid. That's just my opinion. It's whatever. That's pretty much about it. Mona. Mona is whatever. I don't have her. I'm glad I don't have her. But I don't have her. But I do have her on my other account. She was okay to use. She wasn't bad, but she felt really bad to use. She's not a bad character, but I don't like playing her. I think she's really unfun. Next B tier character, I'm gonna put Rosaria. I really like Rosaria. She could be put on both physical teams and crowd teams. She's not that bad, and she's just she's like all around pretty good. Yanfei, I just recently built for the first time just because I was bored and I wanted to try a new main DPS, and she wasn't that bad. I actually really liked using her, and I think other people should try using her now. She's like not really that bad. I think she's really solid, and people should try her out. She's really good for a 4-star DPS. And I'm gonna put both Gorou and Sara in here. Maybe Sara a little higher just because she's more. Yeah, actually. Okay, never mind. I'm not on A tier right now, but I'm gonna put Sara in A tier just for now. But I'm putting both of them together because they both do the same thing, except Gorou's niche is way smaller because he can't do attack buff. He only does defense, and that pretty much only applies to all Geo characters. But Sara can actually be used on other teams besides Electro, but she'll pretty much only ever be on Electro, so I think she deserves to be an A tier. Next character that I'll probably put in is Yae Miko. Mainly because Fischl exists. If Fischl didn't exist, Yae Miko might be an A tier. I made a whole video about how my comparison between Yae Miko and Fischl. I made that video solely because of how disappointed and upset I was at how boring and hard and annoying it is to play Yae Miko for how little the reward is that you get when you could just use Fischl. But that probably will change with Dendro now, because it looks like Yae Miko's kit was basically made for Dendro, I feel like, so, or for the Dendro reaction, so I don't know, maybe she'll be good now, but for now, I think she's absolute dog water, garbage character, that's all. Next one I'm putting there is Keqing. I really like using Keqing. I think she's a really fun character, but she's really hard to use. I don't have Zhongli yet. I'm gonna have Zhongli finally once 3.0 rolls around. I've refused to get him like this whole time because I don't know. I just thought it made the game more fun, but she's one of the characters that makes me want to get Zhongli because the game is just so much more easy with her as a main DPS. If you have Zhongli, because shield is there. Same thing with Klee. I'm putting Klee next to Keqing. Okay, well, I think Klee deserves to be better. Yeah, the only team I'm able to use with Klee now is now that I have Kazuha. It's the Mono Pyro team. I think it's really good. I remember seeing a video on it. I forgot who made it, but someone made a video on Mono Pyro being Klee's best team, and I agree. It's like really good, but I do want to try as a vaporized team, and to do that, I need to get Zhongli because she is hard to use in a vaporized team without a shield. Just that's how it is. Okay, sorry I already explained, but A tier, I'm gonna start off with Heizou just because he's a 4-star. Heizou is just he's just Sucrose, but main DPS orientated. That's it. And then Sucrose is just the opposite of Heizou. Her damage comes from swirl reactions. There's not really much of a difference between the two. I feel like the only difference is that I think Heizou is more fun. I have a lot of experience with him because I used him for like I don't know how many days straight. I think I've used him every single day since he's released pretty much. But yeah, he's really fun. I really like using him. He's great. I'm gonna throw Shenhe and Yunjin, both same places because they're niche, but I think they're better niches than people like Gorou and also kinda Sara. Shenhe is broken on cryo teams. That's all I have to say. I don't even need to have her to know, but she's crazy. She'll probably be like a top tier unit for cryo teams for like forever, probably for the rest of the game's lifespan. I bet there's no way they're gonna introduce someone better than her for cryo teams, I guess. Yunjin, same exact situation, except we just don't have many normal attack characters. The only ones that really benefit off her is Yoimiya, Ayato, where's her? Eula, and Hu Tao. I made a video also on Hu Tao just messing around with normal text, but I actually think it's a great strategy you can use with Hu Tao if you don't have C1. So I mean, maybe I'll make a video on talking about that seriously because I really want to endorse that I mean gameplay style. I want to endorse that gameplay style because I think it's really good for Hu Tao if you don't have C1. It's extremely good. For other people I want to put in A tier, I think I can confidently put Yoimiya in now. I hated Yoimiya before. Well, not her kit. I just actually hated her in general just because of her character. But whatever. That's the past. I pulled for Yoimiya. I got her in like 8 pulls. Just randomly doing a 10 pull because I thought it would be funny. And I got her. I've already level 90'd her. I've been working on that for the past like week. But yeah, I really like Yoimiya. She's very fun to play. My only problem with her is that she's like, she kind of depends on shields way too much, and I already said earlier I don't like Zhongli, so I don't have him. So I've been using Diona for as long as I can remember, but yeah, I don't have the best of shields, so my Yoimiya, I don't really know how she truly performs because she's like required with Zhongli, but from what I have right now, I think she's a solid A tier. I think she's very, very good. Okay, so next I'm gonna put in one that people probably won't like, but I'm putting both Ayato and Childe in A tier. I don't think that they're that great. I think they're fun. They're both really fun characters. I think they work well in their teams. My only problem is that I think they're only good now, but then in the future, or like even now actually, to be honest, I like as for them being drivers, it's just like, why wouldn't you just have Xingqiu or Yelan instead, and then have someone else as a driver, like an Animo unit or a Yoimiya or something? I can't say too much because I don't have them, but I honestly believe that they are not as great as people make them out to be. I think there's just better characters, and there's a better, in my opinion, there is a better Hydra driver than both of them, and it may be personal bias. When I get to her, it's gonna be really personal bias. It's totally not like it's obvious who it is if you've seen who I put in like every single one of my videos, but yeah, it's just whatever, personal bias, but whatever. And then the very top of A tier, maybe even bottom S tier, I'm gonna put Albedo. I love Albedo to death. I think he's the most underrated sub DPS in the entire game. I think he's amazing. My only problem with him is that he is required to have that signature weapon, and if you never got it, he is like bottom A tier probably, or not bottom, but like he'd be like mid A tier. But if you have that weapon, he's bottom A tier, or top A tier, bottom S tier. He's an extremely good character, amazing sub DPS. You could just slap him on a team if you just don't know who to put in it. I think the final person I'll put in A tier, I was thinking about it putting him in S tier, but I'll put him top of A tier next to Albedo. I'm putting Albedo slightly above because I like him better. I'm putting Diluc. I don't think Diluc's as bad as everyone makes him out to be. I think he is actually one of the best DPS still. He's just for like, you can clear everything in Abyss with him at a perfectly fine rate. The only thing is that everyone else can clear it faster, but you can do it completely fine. Like, you could probably do Abyss runs with like 30 seconds or even maybe a minute left with Diluc on one of your teams. But with all the other characters, all the other main DPSs that are out there, it's like they're just so much faster than Diluc that, like, what's the point? But yeah, that's A tier. I'm gonna go into S tier. S tier, I'm gonna put Eula. Oh shit, what the fuck did I just do? Alright, I'm gonna put Eula. I'm gonna put, where's she? I'm gonna put Xiangling. I'm gonna put Xiao, and I'm gonna put Itto. They're all main DPSs. I think these four are like some of the most solid main DPSs you can have. Xiangling is obvious. I'm so glad that people are finally using Xiangling. I've been vouching for Xiangling since the start of the game. The three characters I wanted when I first started, or when I first got into Genshin, was what's it called? I wanted Xiangling, Xiao, and what's her name? Fischl. I think that they were like the 4 units or the 3 units that I wanted the most, and when I got Xiangling and Fischl, I had them on a team for ages. It was like, my team was, I think it was Xiangling, Fischl, Jean, and Venti, and that was my very first team that I used all the way until I got Ganyu. Then I just kind of went crazy with Ganyu, but that's whatever. But yeah, Xiangling, I'm so happy that people finally recognize how good she is. I've been vouching for her since like day 1 because she is so good, and it's just nice to see that everyone sees her. Everyone else is pretty self-explanatory. They're just like, these 3 are like the like baseline, I feel like, for main DPSs nowadays. They're all really solid, really fun to use. All 3, and also on top of that, I think these are the 3 most fun main DPSs to have in the entire game. All 3 of their playstyles are very unique, very fun, and they're very enjoyable, and they're each different from each other. But uniqueness doesn't equal power in this game, so yeah. Alright, so next I'm gonna put I'm gonna put the sub DPSs I feel like deserve it. I think that Fischl, I'll put them on top because whatever. Fischl, Jean, and hello? Oh, Xingqiu. Might be controversial because everyone's as I put Xingqiu there. I might as well put Yelan there too, technically, but I personally don't think Xingqiu is as great as everyone thinks he is because of how annoying he is to build. It's just like Yelan is so much of an easier character to build, and I'll explain that when I get to Yelan, but I'll explain these two first. Xingqiu, he's so annoying to build. On top of that, you need his Constellation 6, I feel. Without his Constellation 6, he kind of just lacks in comparison to a C0 Yelan, and it's just, that's pretty much all I have to say. Fischl, I think she's one of the best sub DPSs in the game. I don't know if it's just my Fischl build or whatever, but I just have a Skyward Harp on my Fischl, and she's able to do, like, what was it, like 22,000 damage just on summon for Oz, and then just 10,000 damage each little hit, and then like 7,000 each other hit for the C6. She's an amazing character, and I think she's just one of the best sub DPSs in the game, and she's just gonna get better with Dendro added. It's just gonna be really good. And then Jean, she was my very first main DPS technically, because I mean, when I first started the game, I didn't really have anyone as a main DPS. I just kind of slapped on whatever, and I used everyone as a main DPS, but Jean was my first main DPS. She's great as a physical character, she's great as an anima support, she's great as a healer, she's like jack of all trades, master at healing and anima supporting. She is all around amazing, and I think she is the best standard banner unit right now, unless Tignari ends up being better, but right now I think she is the best standard banner unit, and I'm sticking to that one. And I really love Jean. New tier real quick, just for the final tier. Whoops, what did I just... Huh? What did I do? I don't know how to work this thing. Alright, there we go. Alright. SS tier. I just had to make that right now because I forgot to put that originally, but now I'm going to put everyone I think is SS tier in SS tier. Alright, so Diona. I'm starting with Diona because she's very special to me. If I never pulled Diona that random day that I just randomly pulled on Childe banner, the very first Childe banner, I probably would have struggled so much with Genshin because I didn't get a single Diona constellation until her the event that gave her for free, and just having her helped me through so much. Her shield is, at the time I thought it was just better than Zhongli's until Zhongli got his like broken buff or whatever, but I think what the fuck was that sound? But I think that Diona is like the best. She's just one of my favorite characters. She's helped me through so much, and I think she's one of the best investments you have. At C0, she's amazing as a healer and a shielder, and then at C6, she can even buff your team. Like, she is just amazing. She's a great character, and that's pretty much all I can really say. Next I'll just talk about, like, really quickly the main DPSs. It's obvious. Ganyu, Hu Tao, and Ayaka, they've been the best for, like, however long they've been in the game. It's, what the, whoa? Alright, sorry about that. My game closed, that's what it was. But they've just been the best main DPSs, like, since the very start of the game. Though I do think I prefer Ganyu over Ayaka. From what I've used of Ayaka, she doesn't, even though like I started to hate Ganyu's chart shot playstyle like after using it for so long, I still prefer Ganyu over Ayaka because Ayaka just feels clunky to use. I don't know, something about her just is not fun. But Ganyu, I said, her chart shots get boring after a while, but it's still pretty fun, especially once you use Morgana. Morgana saved Ganyu for me. Like, I started using her a ton again, and she was just good again. Hu Tao though, Hu Tao just has been fun the entire time. I've had her since day one of her banner running. She was my very first early pull, and she's just so much fun to use. Very, very fun character to have, very fun character to use. I don't regret it. She's my pride and joy in my account. I love her. Well, not pride, she's not my pride and joy, but she's one of my favorite units ever, and I'm so glad that she exists because she's just so much fun to use. But yeah, those are the three main DPSs. Next I'll go on to like the sub DPSs, which are pretty obvious. It's him, fucking Venti, Kazuha, Raiden, and Yelan. Venti Kazuha, I was also waiting for him for like an entire year when his motto was leaked. I didn't get him on his first rerun because I vowed to get Klee because I wanted to finish my Mondstadt collection. And that was a big mistake because I missed out on Kazuha for basically an entire year. But I finally got him. I'm happy I have him. He's fun. He's broken. He's Kazuha. I don't have to say much. Same thing with Raiden Shogun. I don't have to say anything. She's Raiden Shogun. She's amazing. She's broken. Whatever. Yelan, though, I do have some things to say. Yelan, I think she's better than Xingqiu because, one, you don't need C6 for her. Or you don't need, like, C6 Xingqiu is, like, required, I feel like, to be as good as a C0 Yelan. Then next, Yelan's builds are so easy to do. You just, HP percent stuff is, like, really easy to get. There's so many good 2-piece variants that you can do for her. I don't think Emblem 4-piece is her best set. A lot of people say Emblem 4-piece is her best set, but I don't think it is. At least with the build I have. It's better to run 2-piece Tenacity, 2-piece Emblem. That's the best build for me. It does the most damage. It does the most energy recharge. It's just the best all around for me. But she is just so easy to build. Her artifact domains are great artifact domains to farm. Her weapon choices are so expansive. Like, one of her best weapons is a 3-star that gives HP percent. Like, that's amazing. She's just really, really good. On top of that being really fun to play, and she's just, that's all I can say. She's just really, really good. A very, very good character. Next I'm gonna do the two boring guys. I hate both of them. Bennet, he's Bennet. Heals, gives attack buff, pyro unit. That's all. He's been like the best since like the start. I should probably like put this guy at like the top. Sorry. But yeah, Bennet's Bennet. Whatever. Zhongli, try and true Zhongli. He's the single-handedly most boring character to play in the game, but who cares when you have an indestructible shield? When I get him, I'm just gonna put all HP artifacts. I might even be try to be funny, and I won't even level him up past level 20. I'll just probably keep him at like level 20 and then put artifacts on him, and that's all I'll ever do with him. But yeah, he's Zhongli. There's nothing really to say. And then the last character I want to go over, I want to save this best for last. I think Kokomi as the best Kokomi in the world. No one's better than me. C6s don't exist. Whatever. Kokomi belongs in. Kokomi is in God tier. I think, and this is not even, I think Kokomi is the, okay, not the best investment, but I think she is one of the best investments in the entire game. And I truly believe that, and I want to be a voucher for anyone who's like not sure who to pull on this update. Like if they want Dory or something, because Dory's on the banner, you should pull for Kokomi. Don't pull for Ganyu. Kokomi is amazing. I wanted to get to this because I want to talk about both Childe and Ayato. I think Kokomi is better than both of them because not only is she the Hydro driver, but she also is the healer on top of that. So you don't even need to run Bennet in the team. Like, for example, for a Xiangling team, you can just run Sukokomon. Sukokomon is like, I played a little bit differently than everyone else. Everyone just uses Sucrose as the driver, but I use Kokomi also as the driver. But Kokomi is so versatile in so many teams because of the fact that she's a Hydro applicator and a main DPS, or she can be a main DPS and a healer. And I wanna show people how good a basically free to play Kokomi is, because that's what I have. I just have an R5 craftable weapon, just the 4-piece clamp set. She is so good at everything she does. If I were to rank everybody, if I were to take these three, the three like best main DPSs, I would probably rank them probably Hu Tao at the last, then Ganyu, then Ayaka, and then I'd put Kokomi probably in between Ayaka and Ganyu damage wise. Now I like it probably makes no sense because she doesn't actually do as much damage as them. But what I mean is like her value to increase other people's damage compared to how they're all selfish is incredible. She is the best character Okay, I keep saying best. No, she is. She is the best character in the entire game. I'm vouching for it. I love her. People need to wake up and realize how good she is. The fact that she can't crit was actually a blessing because her consistent damage is better than trying to build crit on both Childe and Ayato. Their inconsistent crit damage is basically equal to Kokomi's consistent non-crit damage. She is so good. When you could hit 7k auto attacks basically every single time, plus 30k physical attacks because of the clam set every, like, 3 seconds or whatever it is, on top of healing everyone, on top of applying Hydro, so you can put someone like Xiangling or anyone that benefits from Hydro, she is the best character in the entire game. And I'm vouching for that. Sorry I just went on that huge rant about Kokomi. She's just the best. That's that. There's no more questions asked. I want to do a really quick tier list for where I think Tighnari, Klee, and Dori are going to be just based off their kits. Dori, I actually have a lot of hope in. Her ultimate seems really good. On top of her being Electro with the new Electro Resonance buff, I think she'll actually be pretty solid. I think she'll be like, I'll put her here just for now, because we don't have her yet, but I think she'll be pretty good. A healer plus energy regeneration, I think she'll be pretty good. Klee, I also think will also be pretty good, because her, what's it called? Her ultimate looks like it applies a lot of Dendro. I mean, I can't vouch for it because we don't know what the ICDs or whatever the hell they are on her, but I think she's gonna be really good. I'm pretty sure her boomerang regenerates a lot of energy. So yeah, I think she's gonna be really good just because mainly the fact that she's Dendro, but I just think she's gonna be really good. Tighnari is also gonna be an S tier. I think he's gonna be probably top, or probably mixed in with these three. I think a lot of people are worried because he's a standard banner character and they think he's going to be bad, but I think he's going to be really good. I've seen how his charge attack works. I've seen the multipliers. I thought they were bad at first. I've thought about it for a little bit, and I actually think he's not going to be that bad. He's not going to ever go up against like the big three ever, I don't think, but I think he's going to be a really solid character. All right, so yeah, that's my tier list. I'm objectively right. I'm never wrong. This is like pretty much all my experience as a veteran player, I guess you could say. I mean, I don't have all the experience because I don't have a single constellation on any of the banner 5 stars. I think my highest constellation 5 stars is like C2 Keqing or C2 Jean or something like that. But yeah, this is it. I think this is objectively, in my opinion, the most correct tier list possible. And that's it. I'll become the best Klee main in 3.0 when that drops in like a day or whatever. Bye. Also, pull for Kokomi.